All right, so we're going to be taking a peek at treasure hunting here. So you can see this morning I've got a bit of loot found. If we switch over to the Upland browser, we've sent our guy over to Bakersfield. Now, if you watched my video before this one, you would know we were in LA, spending 25 epics per send. I read, and I'm not sure how I didn't really think of this before, you can obviously send a lot cheaper in other cities. Right next to LA is Bakersfield. And so there you can send for a lot cheaper and more or less sort of complete these activities on a lower price tag. So if we see here, we just sent one send. If we come back to Spark Exchange, I don't believe we found any loot off of this send, though sometimes it seems to be a bit slower today than other days. But here, we'll go ahead and we'll give it another one. I like finding businesses. Not only can you click on them from far, but they typically have the lowest send fees. Oh, well, I mean, see, 25 is actually low for me because of LA, which is the lowest, even though it's technically the highest in Bakersfield, so I probably shouldn't have sent there. It would have taken 2 seconds to find a cheaper one. Let's support the business. So if we go back, check Spark Exchange. Okay, don't... Oh, have we found this energy? No. It's 11:14. That's 10:56. Okay. So we still have not found one. I'm not sure if at the moment it could be working a bit differently, or I'm also not sure if businesses potentially have any impact on it. But the other days, more or less, every send sort of was finding something. And now today, I'd sent about 5 times this morning before I'd found my first resource. And obviously, it doesn't really make too much sense that refreshing this would change anything, but helped in the past. Yeah, so this is not finding anything at the moment, but I think we could just be hitting a downstream of bad luck here. Okay, there's 3 businesses here. Doesn't always work. Wow, why are all the businesses priced to their highest? All right. Let's say it took all of 1 second to find a lower priced property there. I mean, it's all of 1 cent, but I guess it adds up if you do enough of these guys. There we go. So we finally found another piece of loot here, and this was actually at 11:14, and the timestamp is 11:15 at the moment. So I'm not sure if this is just delayed, which it could be, but we'll send a few more times here and see what happens. You also don't have to go nearly this far. You could send back and forth between the same property if you wanted. Ideally, you're also looking for sends at the same time, so you don't run out of sends. So you're nice, easy find on a send. Send right here. Wow, another 25 upix property. We got some greedy guys in Bakersfield, I guess, eh? 25, yeah. Maybe the send fees were just too low for these guys here. I'm not sure. I'm not really a Bakersfield guy. I don't think I own a single property here anymore. When it first came out, when there was very few cities in Upland, whole different story. All right, we picked up our sends. All right, and we found another lumber at 11:15, and it's 11:16 now. I'm not sure if I'm just hitting it right as the time is changing, or if the refresh is potentially helping our situation a bit. Normally when you're full on sends, it's not important to look for them. I don't have the most at the moment. Also, is my send count changing? I think I've seen 6. Oh wow, there's 3 sends right here for the longest time. Okay, no loot here to pick up the send. I don't think we're in range of this guy. I think they've shortened that range quite drastically. Yeah, we haven't found the loot from that send. And again, it doesn't matter if I don't believe it matters if you send right next to you, as long as you're making a paid send, I believe is what's registered. There could possibly be a system put in place where if you're using a lower tier city, your rewards could potentially be hindered. So you would see here in LA, I got a lot of 2s on these ores, and now in Bakersfield we're pulling 1s on these lumbers. And we're also not having the greatest deal of success here. I definitely sent fewer times than this in LA to find these. So potentially, I mean, it's pretty hard to know without any, concrete evidence, but we can do our own, I guess, sort of analysis here. Yeah, we're not having very much luck sending around in Bakersfield, and we had a ton of luck in LA. I mean, it's very consistent in LA. You'll get 2 resources per. Oh wow, fuck, I have a lot of pages of stuff here. Loot found. Yeah, look at that. 2 ore. That's from LA. Man. Okay, loot ore. Yeah, whatever. There's obviously still some ones. Oh, it's a lot of ones. Maybe it's, I guess, just luck at the draw. You'll get 2. Maybe we just got rather lucky this morning. Yeah, this does not. Oh, here we go. There. So this took a bit of time to register, but we got the last 2 sends we've made at 11:18. We got, and we did get a piece of 2 there, so that's pretty nice. We don't, and this also, I think this is all still randomized, but we haven't found many ores. We've found a lot of lumber. I'm not sure if there is a higher percentage chance to find more lumber than ore. I don't think I've noticed any difference. It's normally typically about the same, energy just being the lowest. I don't see any sense here, but we're also pretty full. 25 upex, I mean, technically it's high here, but again, it was the lowest in LA, and I was very happy to find 25, so if that's the highest here, I think I'll just take it. I think we're going to stop checking this instantly. We'll just remember how many sends we've made since the last update. So this is going to be 2 sends. Just to more or less kind of get a gist of how many loots we find per send count, I guess. Obviously, it shouldn't be 100%. That would be quite a lot. And maybe my luck on the first few days was just exceedingly high, and I have a really high expectation for this, and now I'm sort of getting hit with the reality a bit more. There we go. So we found another lumber here. Rather nice. But yeah, it definitely does not seem to be as frequent. That timestamp was from 11:19, and we are 11:20 right now, so I'm hoping that is from the past. This will be send number 4. Okay, so that's from 11:19 as well, and we were 11:20 already, so we know for sure these are coming from the past. So I think it's pretty safe to say it's just very slow to update. Maybe more so now as more players join. I'm not sure if maybe I was just in a faster time period as well. But yeah, sending around here, and it doesn't. LA and Bakersfield, they don't have much difference. I don't believe. I'm finding lots of 2s here in Bakersfield, so do not worry about that. Yeah, here we go. So lots of old sends coming in here. We're about to hit 11:21. So we can definitely guarantee that those 11:20s are old, but yeah, there. Anyways, yeah, so let's just let's see what we can pull here. So it is 11:21, and we haven't had any more updates to our list. Man, the guy's post that I read that said 5 upex sends in Bakersfield, I don't think I found a single one of those. And to be fair, oh, would you look at that? I was gonna say, to be fair, I would not be pricing my sends at 5 upex. I mean, it's unreasonably a bit too low for any city in my opinion. Even, I mean, yeah. Oh well. Not everyone has the luxury to spend a whole bunch of upex around on sends, so. Oh, you've been jailed, buddy. Ubafof. Ubufof. Oh wow, so there's a steep gap. Nothing extra from 11:20, which we know we'd made a few sends, and nothing from 11:21, which we can guarantee that we'd made sends during. We made quite a few sends in between this time period, so there definitely is not a 100% chance to find. I would have a hard time narrowing it down to an exact number. But yeah, we could more or less, we could try. Ooh, that's a nice find. An extra 2 there. Sort of helps our luck a bit out. Got lots of 2s. We like the 2s. Let's pick up the send. 4 sends. Oh, look at our luck. How many sends we got? 11. That's our max. No extra finds. Right now, again, it is delayed for sure, so we know that. We're not going to expect to find immediately after our send. Oh, we saw this guy before. Oh, he's also 5. Didn't send to his property. I'd clicked right beside it previously. All right. No fines. Okay, not too bad. It's fine. Yeah, that's the general gist of the new treasure hunting in Upland. Oh, the Epic Spark Exchange. We could deposit some funds here. Use bank. That is actually, it's a really funny coincidence. Use bank. Use Epic Spark Exchange bank, but yeah. Wow, nothing else from those signs. I hope it's not that delayed. But we'll check here in 2 seconds. We're gonna make a deposit. If you want to see how to make a deposit, you can follow through here. You'll see that your max deposit number, oops, this has gone red, but it tells you your max deposit number just below, and if you exceed it, then it'll go red if you're just under it, which is because there's amounts needed to be escrowed for tax. This comes out of your side, unfortunately, but it's just sort of the way the world works with Upland. You'll have to put in a significant amount less. Anyways, you'll figure that part out. It is not too hard. After you send that message in, you just come back to Upland and you will click accept on your escrow message. Boom. And that's accepted. We got a bit of OPEX left because we slightly underpaid it, but we need some for cents. Yeah, I should have kept a bit more than 16 OPEX for cents. So that's that's a mistake. I'm gonna need to find those 5 OPEX properties. Thank God we are not in LA. Anyway, so yeah, this takes just the tiniest bit of time here. It's all gonna get approved over. And if ever you're not seeing this update, you go ahead, just click refresh, and everything will pop back up for you. I wasn't talking even about the... Alright, so yeah, here we have our resources found for the day. We have some resources we can collect here. We have 3 ore mines, 2 lumber mills, and 9 windmills. If you were checking on us yesterday, we had a significantly less supply of everything. Yeah, and so if we went to the marketplace, I'm trying to remember, so we'd have to check resource logs to see how much energy. Oh, baby. That was very delayed, and we found 2 energies back to back. Let's go. This definitely is very profitable, as these are 1,000 OPEX a piece. And I was wondering why I had so much energy. Yeah, so we found a significant amount of loot this morning. So that's about 4 ore, 2 lumber, 6 lumber, 1 energy, 7 lumber, 8 lumber, 9 lumber, 11 lumber, 12 lumber, 14 lumber, 6 ore, 8 ore, 9 ore. Oh man. What, like 14 lumber or something? Like 15? 15 lumber? 15 lumber, 9 ore, 3 energy. Rough pricing for that would be about 3,000 for the lumber would be about 1,500, 3,000 for the energy, 1,500 for the lumber, and about another 1,000 for the ore. So that would be about a 5,500 UPEX profit. And we didn't use anywhere near our maximum cents. We used maybe about half. And yes, I've other days I've been a lot more profitable. I got about 20,000 UPEX, but I think I got really lucky with my energy finds. But anyways, this is a very lucrative way to get around treasure hunting for the moment, because you're not only getting these resources for the game, which you can use for a whole other purpose, which is i.e. Building more income for yourself in the future. You can just completely build off of it. It's really cool. Neat game, and it adds so much utility to Upland. And if you're not doing this yet, then go down to the link below in the description and start playing Spark Tycoon today, because it is fun. Alright, I'll see you guys in another video.